Now today's video, we're gonna discuss the 3 things that you do not do on a first date, okay? 3 things. You do not do these things on a first date, all right? I promise you, if you do them, you're gonna find yourself in a situation you don't really want, in my personal opinion, because I learned from this. These are examples that I'm giving you because I've actually lived through it, and I think that it'll be beneficial if you do not do these 3 things on the first date. All right. Number 1, do not allow them to bring a +1. Don't allow them to bring a friend, a relative, nothing. Just don't do it. Now, I understand that sometimes it's a first meeting and sometimes, you know, they're shy to talk to you because maybe English is not really something that they're good at speaking. That's okay. But I'm telling you right now, just tell them that it can't happen. If she wants to bring a friend, just say no. Or you're just going to have to not go on the date at all. And I'm going to tell you why. Number 1 reason is if she brings a friend, what's going to end up happening is they're going to converse with each other and you're going to end up being the third wheel on the date. It's your date that you're basically paying for, but you're going to be the third wheel on your date. Chances are they're not going to really converse with you as much because you don't speak the same language as them. All right. The second reason is, what if, now this is for the girl's benefit, what if you actually end up liking the friend more than you like the girl because that's the person that's talking to you more? That could happen too. So from a woman's perspective, I know I'm hot. From a woman's perspective, it is not good to allow themselves to bring a friend. So I'll give you an example. When I first got there, it was new, you know, and I liked the girl and I felt like, yeah, it's okay for her to bring a friend because I liked her. You know, I thought she was really cute, and if I'm going to get to know her, I should probably get to know her friends too. That's what I thought. Now, what ended up happening was we ended up going to the movies. Now, in the movies, you don't really talk. You don't really get to know each other. You just watch the movie. So, come to find out, I end up paying for a Filipino movie. A movie that is in pure Tagalog. There is no subtitles. And remember, this is when I first got there, so I did not know the language. So I'm watching this movie, and I did not understand any of the jokes. I didn't get none of it. So her and her friend, they're talking, laughing, having a good time. Nobody worried about what I'm doing. Nothing. They didn't even try to explain to me what the joke was. None of that. So basically, I'm in my feelings right now, so I was not happy. So what ends up happening is, after the movie, because I paid for it, so I'm going to stay and watch it regardless, I left. After the movie, they were like, where are we going now? I said, I'm going home. And they were like, oh, you want to go eat? No, I don't. I don't want to eat. I don't want to do nothing else. I just left. I said, peace, and we was out. So that is the reason why I no longer or didn't allow anybody to bring a +1 on a date ever again from that point on. Number 2, deuce. Hold on, I got my phone here. Okay. I'm only going to say this once. I'm only going to say it once. Because y'all need to hear me when I say this. It is not necessary at all. It is not necessary to take them to the most expensive restaurant you can find. It is not necessary at all. On a first date, that is a huge no-no. Don't do it ever. Do not do it. Do not do it. Because one thing is going to happen. If you start out that way, you got to keep it, and you got to keep leveling up. So basically, you start high, you got to keep going higher. They're not going to be okay with going to a fast food restaurant after you've taken them to like this really nice, beautiful sit-down restaurant. That's just not going to pop. And for the most part, they don't need that. They don't require it. They don't even ask for it. They're very much comfortable with going to, you know, a nice sit-down fast food restaurant where they can have a conversation. If this is your girl and this is your second, your third date, okay, you can ball out of control. Ball out till you fall out. But on date number 1, please, I beg you, don't ever do that. You're going to put yourself in a situation that you can't get out of because that's what they're going to be used to. And once they're used to it, you can't tell them, no, we're not going there. That's just retarded. All right. So again, number 2, do not choose the most expensive restaurant in the world, or at least where you're at. You don't have to do that. You don't have to ball out. Just go to a simple place, sit down, have a conversation. If y'all want to go out on second, third date, you feel like you want to ball out of control, knock yourself out, man. All right. Number 3. Now, this is for you. Number 3. Do not be an a-hole, okay? Be upfront with what you want, but don't be an a-hole, man. I lived in that country, and I've seen plenty of foreigners come in there and just try to, like, just downplay or, like, you know, down the people, man. That's just not cool. It's not okay. You can be cool, you know, you can be who you are, but you have to realize this is not your country. This is not your country. So you have to act accordingly. You know, because what's going to end up happening is she's going to go back to her friends and she's going to, like, talk mad stuff about you. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to ruin it for everybody else for the most part. All you're going to do is she's going to go back and say, he was really rude to me. He was this, that, and the other to me. So basically, if you're of a certain race, they're going to think that all people of that race are like that, or all people of that from that country are like that, especially if it's their first time meeting somebody like you. So again, don't be an a-hole, man. That's number 3. Just don't. Don't do it. Number 1, remember, don't allow them to bring a +1. Number 2, there is no need to go to the most expensive restaurant in that area, wherever you're at. And number 3, for you, don't be an a-hole, man. It's not worth it. It's just not. All right? 3 rules. Don't do. Peace.